The champagne flutes clinked under the tent, their crystal edges catching the June sun. I stood at the edge of the meadow, my sandals sinking into the grass, watching my brother Jonas and his bride Freya twirl on a dance floor that cost more than my yearly rent. $300,000, catering, string quartet, a dress with a train longer than my driveway. My parents, Roland and Sabine, beamed from the head table, their faces polished with pride. I adjusted my thrift store dress, feeling the stitches strain. I'm Megan, 32, a floral designer in Boise, Idaho. My shop, Petal and Stem, isn't grand, just a corner space with a leaky roof, but it keeps me, my husband Liam, and our daughter Isla afloat. Isla, 6, all curls and giggles, was home with Liam today. She'd been tired lately, pale, but I'd chalked it up to summer colds. Beautiful, isn't it? Sabine said, gliding over, her pearls gleaming. Jonas deserves this. Sure, I said, forcing a smile. Big day. Biggest, she corrected, eyes on Jonas. He's our star. I nodded, swallowing the familiar sting. Growing up, Jonas got the trophies, soccer, debate, a car at 16. I got try harder, Megan. My shop's opening? A text, hope it works out. Jonas's promotion? Catered dinner. I'd built my life anyway, petal by petal, without their cheers. The reception roared, laughter, toasts, a cake taller than Isla. I slipped away, calling Liam. How's she? Still sleepy, he said, voice tight. Fever's up. I'm worried. Take her to urgent care, I said. I'll be home soon. I hung up, the glitter fading. Jonas twirled Freya, Sabine clapped, Roland raised a glass. $300,000 for this, while my girl faded. I drove home, the meadows glow a mocking echo. Liam met me at the door, Isla in his arms, her eyes dull. Doctor says it's serious, he whispered. Test tomorrow, maybe leukemia. The word hit like a stone. I held her, her warmth a lifeline. $300,000 on a wedding, and I'd never asked them for a dime. But Isla's life? I'd beg if I had to. Back inside, I paced, the tense laughter in my ears. Roland and Sabine had cash, stocks, savings that wedding. Jonas, too, with his tech job. They'd refused me before, college loans, shop repairs, but this was different. I'd built my world without them. Now I needed them, and the thought burned. My phone buzzed, Sabine. Where'd you go? Jonas missed you. Isla's sick, I texted. Hospital tomorrow. Oh, she replied. Hope she's okay. Hope. No call, no offer. I stared at the screen, their wedding a golden blur. They'd spent a fortune on one day, but my daughter's life? I'd see what they'd say when I asked. I whispered to Isla asleep, I'll fix this. The fight was coming, and I'd make them see me. The hospital smelled of bleach and fear, fluorescent lights buzzing over Isla's bed. She slept, and 4 in her tiny arm, her curls limp against the pillow. Liam sat beside her, his hand on hers, while I stood by the window, rain streaking the glass. The doctor's words echoed. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia, treatable but costly. $50,000 up front, more to come. Insurance? Barely a dent. My savings, 10 grand max. I'd built Petal and Stem from nothing, weddings, birthdays, a slow climb. Liam's mechanic gig paid rent. We'd survived lean years, but this? I dialed Roland, my throat tight. Megan, he answered, voice warm with wedding wine. You missed the cake. Isla's got leukemia, I said flat. Treatments, 50 grand. I need help. Silence, then a sigh. That's awful, honey. But we just spent everything, Jonas's day, you saw it. Everything? I laughed, bitter. 300,000 on a wedding and you can't spare 50? It's not that simple, he said. Savings are tied up, stocks, the house. We're stretched. Stretched, I echoed. She's dying, Dad. I'm sorry, he said. Maybe a loan? I hung up, rage simmering. Alone. Called Sabine. Megan, she said, Roland told me. Terrible news. I need 50 grand, I said. For Isla. Oh, darling, she cooed, we'd love to, but the wedding, Jonas's future, it drained us. Drained? I snapped. You bought a cake bigger than her bed. Don't be dramatic, she said. Jonas needed this. We'll pray for Isla. Pray. I slammed the phone down. Jonas next. Meg, he said, Freya giggling in the back. What's up? Isla's sick, I said. Leukemia. I need money, 50 grand. Shit, he said. That's rough. But we're broke, wedding, honeymoon. Maybe crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, I said cold. You spent my kid's life on a party. Harsh, he said. I'll ask around. I dropped the phone, tears burning. 300,000 on their day, flowers I could have grown, a dress I'd never wear, and they refused me. I'd never begged, never leaned. I built my life, my shop, my family. Now Isla faded and they offered prayers, loans, ask around. Liam looked up, eyes red. What did they say? No, I said, voice breaking. They're broke from the wedding. He swore soft. They've got cash, Jonas's bonus, their stocks. I know, I said. But not for us. I sat, holding Isla's hand, her breath shallow. Growing up, Jonas got the spotlight, my A's ignored, his B's framed. I'd stopped asking, built my own shine. Now I'd asked, and they'd shut the door. 300,000 on glitter, nothing for her. My phone buzzed, Sabine. We're devastated, Megan. Keep us posted. I didn't reply. Devastated. I'd show them devastation. They thought I'd fade, that neglect had dulled me. It hadn't. It had sharpened me, and I'd use it. I whispered to Isla, I'll save you. The dark thickened, but a plan sparked. They'd regret this, not today, but soon. The hospital room hummed, machines beeping a steady dirge. Isla stirred, her eyes fluttering, and I brushed her curls back, my chest tight. Liam slept in the chair, exhaustion carving lines into his face. $50,000, a wall between her and life. My family's refusal burned, their wedding a golden taunt. I stepped into the hall, phone in hand, scrolling bank statements, 10 grand, a pittance. Petal and stems books, steady but slow. Loans? Maybe, but time was a vice. I'd built this life without them, every stem, every bloom, but Isla needed more. My phone buzzed, my friend Elise. Liam called. Isla, God, Megan, how is she? Bad, I said, voice low. Leukemia. Treatments, 50 grand. Family said no. No, she snapped. After that wedding? Yep, I said. Jonas's day mattered more. Bastards, she said. What now? Fight, I said. Loans, crowdfunding, whatever it takes. You'll get it, she said. They'll see. I hung up, resolve rooting deep. They'd refused me, Roland's stocks, Sabine's prayers, Jonas's crowdfunding. 300,000 on a spectacle, nothing for my girl. I'd never asked, never needed, until now. Their neglect wasn't new, Jonas's medals, my silence, but this cut deeper. Back in the room, I opened my laptop, drafting a crowdfunding page. Save Isla, a fighter's chance. Photos, her smiling, her now frail. I typed the truth. My family spent $300,000 on a wedding but won't help my daughter. Harsh public mine. I posted it, the seed planted. My phone buzzed, Sabine furious. Megan, what's this post? You're shaming us. Shaming? I said cold. You shamed me, left Isla to die. It's not like that, she said. We're broke. Save it, I cut in. You chose a party over her. Delete it, she snapped. Jonas is humiliated. Good, I said. Let him feel it. I hung up the page live, donations trickling $50, $100. Not enough, but a start. I'd built my shop without them, hustled markets, bartered vases. Now I'd save Isla the same way, alone, relentless. Liam woke bleary. What's that? Crowdfunding, I said. Family's out. We're in. He nodded, fierce. They'll regret this. They will, I said. I'll make sure. A memory hit, Jonas's 18th birthday, a new car, me with a thrift store coat. I'd stopped caring, built my own. Now their refusal wasn't just neglect, it was betrayal. 300,000 on their shine, nothing for my light. The page buzzed, $500 a stranger's note. Screw them. For Isla. I smiled dark. Screw them. I'd save her, then turn their glitter to dust. They thought I'd break, that I'd stay small. I wouldn't. This was my seed, and it'd grow thorns. I whispered to Isla, we'll win. The night pressed, but I stood firm. Their day was done, mine was rising. The hospital cafeteria smelled of burnt coffee and despair. I sat at a chip table, laptop open, crowdfunding ticking up, $5,000, strangers' kindness outpacing my family's apathy. Isla slept upstairs, Liam with her, while I fueled on rage and caffeine. Roland called again. I answered, voice steel. Megan, he said, this post, it's ruining us. Clients are asking questions. Good, I said. Maybe they'll ask why you let Isla suffer. We didn't, he started. The wedding was Jonas's dream. Dream. I laughed sharp. $300,000 and my daughter's a nightmare? We're not rich, he said. It's gone, loans, catering. Sell something, I snapped. Your car, Sabine's pearls. 50 grand's nothing to you. Megan, please, he said. Take it down. No, I said. She's worth more than your pride. I hung up, donations climbing, $6,000. A message popped, for Isla, from a mom. My throat tightened. Strangers saw her, my family didn't. I'd built petal and stem alone, late nights, bruised hands, while Jonas got applause. Now I'd bloom without them, defiant and sharp. Sabine texted, You're selfish, Megan. Jonas's honeymoon's canceled, your fault. I typed back, selfish? You spent a fortune while Isla fades. Cry me a river. No reply. Good. Let her stew. Page hit $8,000, small but growing. I'd begged them, swallowed pride, got nothing. Now I'd take it public, let their glitter tarnish. Liam found me, eyes hollow. She's awake, asking for you. I closed the laptop, following him. Isla smiled weak. Mommy flowers? Soon, baby, I said, kissing her forehead. Big ones. She giggled, faint. I'd save her, every cent, every fight. Back in the hall, my phone buzzed, Jonas. Meg, he said, voice tight, you're killing us. Freya's a mess. Killing? I said. Isla's dying, and you said no. I couldn't, he said. Wedding ate everything. Bullshit, I cut in. You've got a condo, a bonus. Sell it. Meg, please, he said. Take it down. No, I said. You chose a dress over her. I hung up, fury blooming. 300,000, catering I'd never taste, music I'd never hear, while Isla fought. I'd built my life without them, shop, family, grit. Now they'd face me, not as their shadow but their storm. The page hit $10,000, a milestone, not enough. I posted again, they refused. You didn't. Thank you. Shares spiked, donations rolled, $11,000. Their neglect was old, this betrayal was fresh. I'd make them feel it, petal by petal. Liam hugged me, silent. We'll get there, he said. Yes, I said. And they'll pay. I whispered to the empty hall. Watch me grow. The defiance bloomed, and I'd wield it. Their day was ash, mine was rising. The hospital window framed a gray dawn, Isla's breath steady under blankets. I sat beside her, laptop glowing, $20,000 halfway there. Strangers' notes piled up for Isla, shame on them, each a thorn in my family's side. Liam slept, head on his arm, while I scrolled, their pleas stacking like fallen leaves. Sabine called, voice shrill. Megan, this is a disgrace. Roland's losing clients. Jonas's job's at risk. Risk? I said cold. Isla's at risk. You chose a wedding. We didn't choose, she snapped. We're broke, 300 grand gone. Gone, I echoed. Sell the house then. She's worth it. You're cruel, she said. Take it down. No, I said. You're cruel. Live with it. I hung up, the page buzzing, $22,000. A news site picked it up. Family spends $300,000 on wedding, refuses sick girl. Comments raged, heartless, disgusting. I smiled dark. Truth was my thorn, and it'd pierce them. Jonas texted, Meg, I'm begging, stop this. Freya's leaving me. I typed, good. You left Isla first. No reply. Their world cracked, Roland's business, Jonas's marriage, while I built mine. Petal and stem thrived on grit, Isla would too. I'd asked, they'd refused. Now the world saw their shine for what it was, hollow. Liam stirred, eyes on me. It's working. Yes, I said. 22 grand. They're panicking. Good, he said, fierce. Let him bleed. A memory hit, Jonas's graduation, Sabine framing his diploma while my shop's lease sat ignored. I'd stopped needing them, built my own. Now they'd refused Isla, and I'd make it cost. The phone rang, Roland. Megan, we'll find money, 10 grand maybe. Stop this. 10. I laughed, sharp. Too late. 50 or nothing. We can't, he said, breaking. Please. No, I said. You spent it on Jonas. Deal with it. I hung up, donations hitting $25,000. Halfway, a lifeline, not enough. I posted, they offer crumbs while Isla fights. Thank you, strangers. The thorn sank deeper, shares outrage, their facade peeling. Elise texted, you're a badass. They're toast. Hope so, I replied. For Isla. I held her hand, her pulse faint. 300,000 on their day, flowers I'd never arrange, a cake I'd never cut while she faded. I'd built my life without them, and I'd save her the same way, alone, relentless, thorns out. I whispered, you'll live, baby. The truth bloomed, and they'd choke on it. Their glitter was rust, mine was steel. The hospital cafeteria buzzed, nurses chatting over stale muffins. I sat alone, laptop open, $35,000, strangers' mercy piling up. Isla slept upstairs, Liam with her, while I watched the world turn on my family. News spread, TV blogs, wedding family faces backlash. Roland's furniture store lost contracts, Jonas's tech firm stalled. Their shame was my harvest, and it ripened fast. Sabine stormed in, heels clicking, face pinched. Megan, she hissed, you're destroying us. Roland's a wreck. Jonas lost his promotion. Good, I said, sipping coffee. Isla's a wreck. You didn't care. We cared, she snapped. But that wedding, 300,000, I cut in. On a day. She's my life. You're vicious, she said, trembling. Take it down, please. No, I said, calm. You sowed this. Reap it. She glared, tears welling, then fled. I smiled cold. Their glitter dulled, Sabine's pearls, Roland's swagger, while my page glowed. $37,000, clothes not there. I'd built petal and stem alone, markets, mud, grit. Now I'd harvest their ruin, petal by petal. My phone buzzed, Jonas. Meg, I'm done, Freya's gone. Help me fix this. Fix. I laughed. You refused, Isla. Fix yourself. I didn't mean, he started. You did, I said. Live with it. I hung up, donations hitting $40,000. A reporter called, stories viral. Statement. Truth, I said. They spent $300,000 on a wedding, nothing on my daughter. That's it. It aired, their shame ripe. Roland's store boycotted, Sabine's brunches snubbed. I'd asked, they'd refused. Now the world judged and I reaped. Liam found me, eyes bright. She's awake, smiling. I ran upstairs, Isla giggling, weak. Mommy, I feel better. You will, I said, hugging her. Almost there. Back in the hall, the page hit $42,000. A stranger's $5,000. For Isla, not them. My throat tightened. They saw her, my family didn't. I'd built my life without them, every bloom, every buck. Now their harvest was ash and mine grew. Roland texted, we're selling stuff, 20 grand. Stop this. I typed, too late. 50 or bust. No reply. Good. Let them rot. 300,000 on their day, music I'd never danced to, a dress I'd burn while Isla fought. I'd make them pay not in cash but in shame. I whispered, you'll see, baby. The harvest was mine and they'd choke on it. Their day was gone, mine was blooming. The hospital room glowed with dusk, Isla coloring a flower, pink wobbly lines. I sat beside her, laptop at $47,000, 3 grand shy. Strangers' gifts piled, $50, $200, while my family's silence screamed. Liam paced, hope flickering. Almost there, he said. Yes, I said, fierce. They'll wish they'd helped. Sabine called, voice cracked. Megan, we're selling the car, 30 grand. Take it, stop this. 30. I said, cold. 50's the price. You spent more on a tent. We're trying, she cried. Roland's store's dying. Jonas is broken. Good, I said. You broke me first. I hung up, the page ticking, $48,000. Their pride, 300,000 on a wedding, cost them this. I'd built petal and stem alone, sweat, thrift, grit, while Jonas got gold. Now their price was steep and I'd collect. Jonas barged in, eyes wild, tie loose. Meg, he said, I'm begging, Freya's gone, job's toast. I'll give 10 grand, stop. 10. I laughed sharp. You spent my kid's life on a cake. I didn't know, he shouted. I'd have. You knew, I cut in. I asked. You said no. He sank, head in hands. I'm sorry, please. Out, I said, pointing. Your sorry's trash. He stumbled away, their pride crumbling, Roland's empire, Sabine's shine, Jonas's crown. The page hit $49,000, a stranger's $1,000, their scum. For Isla. I smiled dark. Scum. I'd built my life without them and I'd save her the same, thorn by thorn. Liam hugged me tight. 1 more grand. We've got it, I said. They don't. A memory hit, Jonas's car, Sabine's, he earned it, my shop's leaky roof ignored. I'd stopped asking, built my own. Now their pride cost Isla, and I'd make it cost them more. Roland texted, 40 now, selling stocks. Please, Megan. No, I typed. 50 or nothing. You chose. Silence. Good. Let it sting. 300,000, flowers I'd never touch, a day I'd never celebrate, while Isla fought. Their price was pride, and I'd raise it. Page buzzed, $50,000. Done. I posted, strangers saved her. Family didn't. Thank you. Shares spiked, their shame sealed. I'd harvested their ruin, and it paid. I whispered, you're safe, baby. Their pride fell, and I stood tall. Price was theirs, mine was victory. The hospital glowed with triumph, Isla giggling as Liam drew her a daisy. I stood by the window, crowdfunding closed, $50,000, strangers' mercy trumping family greed. Treatment started tomorrow, chemo, hope, life. My phone buzzed, Sabine sobbing. Megan, she said, we're ruined, stores gone, friends won't call. Help us. Help. I laughed, cold. You refused, Isla. We tried, she cried. 40 grand, we're broke. Broke, I said. 300,000 on a wedding, nothing for her. Live with it. Please, she begged, Jonas needs you. No, I cut in. You needed me. Too late. I hung up, their throne ash, Roland's empire, Sabine's pearls, Jonas's shine. I'd built petal and stem alone, mud, grit, blooms, while they crowned him. Now they fell, begging at my feet. Jonas called, voice raw. Meg, I'm homeless, Freya took everything. Save me. Save, I said. You didn't save Isla. Rot. I'm sorry, he shouted. I'll pay. Too late, I said. Your wedding's dust. I hung up, the pages echo loud, news, outrage, their fall viral. Roland's store shuttered, Sabine's brunches ghosts, Jonas's condo sold. I'd asked, they'd refused. Now they reaped, empty, broken, mine to watch. Liam grinned, Isla coloring. They're begging. Yes, I said. I said no. Good, he said. They don't deserve you. A memory hit, Jonas's promotion, Sabine's, he's our pride, my shop's silence. I'd built my own, petals, family, strength. Their throne, 300,000 on glitter, crumbled and I stood. Roland texted, we're selling the house, help us, Megan. I typed, you help Jonas. Help yourselves. No reply. Perfect. Their fall was ripe, pride's price paid in ruin. I'd saved Isla without them, strangers' coins my thorns. They thought I'd break, that neglect had dulled me. It had forged me, and I'd felled them. Elise texted, they're done. Proud of you. Thanks, I replied. For Isla. I whispered, you lost, not me. Their throne was gone, mine rose, petal strong. The hospital room smelled of antiseptic and crayons, Isla sketching flowers, yellow, bold. I sat beside her, treatment booked, $50,000 wired. Strangers saved her, my family begged me. Sabine arrived, haggard, coat frayed. Megan, she razzed, sobbing. We're on the street, help us! I stood, arms crossed. Help? You let Isla suffer. We're desperate, she said, tears streaming. Roland's sick, Jonas is lost. Save us. Sick, I said, cold. Like Isla? Where was your help? We had nothing, she cried. The wedding. 300,000, I cut in. On a day. She's my world. Please, she begged on her knees. We'll pay anything. Too late, I said. You paid for Jonas. Now pay this, she wailed, clutching my legs. I stepped back, stone. Out. She crawled away, a beggar's cry, Sabine, once pearl bright, now dust. I'd built petal and stem alone, grit blooms life while they crowned him. Now they groveled and I stood tall. Liam watched, quiet. They're broken. Yes, I said. I broke them. Jonas texted, Meg, I'm starving, help me. I typed, you starved, Isla. Beg elsewhere. No reply. Their cries, Roland ill, Sabine street-bound, Jonas lost, rang hollow. 300,000 on their throne, music, cake, a dress, while Isla fought. I'd saved her without them, and they'd pay forever. Elise called. They're begging everywhere, pathetic. Good, I said. Let them cry. Isla smiled, coloring. Mommy, pretty. Beautiful, I said, kissing her. Like you. A memory hit, Jonas's car, Sabine's cheers, my silence. I'd built my own shop, family steel. Now their cries were music, sweet, sharp mine. Sabine texted, dying, help. I typed, you died when you refused her. Silence. Perfect. Their beggar's cry, pride's price, paid in tears. I'd felled them, petal by petal, and they'd rot. I whispered, you're nothing. Their fall was mine, sweet, complete. The hospital faded to memory, Isla home, laughing, coloring, alive. Petal and stem thrived, weddings booked, my name gold. I stood in the shop, lilies fragrant, sunlight spilling over vases. $50,000, stranger's gift, saved her while my family begged, broken shells of their glitter. Liam hugged me, Isla between us. We did it, he said. Yes, I said, smiling. Alone. Sabine called, voice faint. Megan, we're gone. Help us live. No, I said, calm. You chose death over her. Please, she rasped, mercy. Mercy. I laughed, soft. You had none. Goodbye. I hung up, their cries dust. Roland bedridden, Sabine scavenging, Jonas vanished. 300,000 on a wedding, flowers I'd never touch, a day I'd burn while Isla shone. I'd built this shop, family crown without them, and they'd lost all. Elise arrived, grinning. They're ghosts, your win's viral. Good, I said. For Isla. She handed me a lily. Your crown, queen. I took it, petals soft. A memory hit, Jonas's trophies, Sabine's, he's enough, my shop silence. I'd built my own, grit blooms triumph. Now their throne was ash, and I wore the crown, petal strong, unbowed. My phone buzzed, news. Wedding family bankrupt, daughter saves child alone. I smiled dark. Alone. Strangers saw me, they didn't. Their glitter, 300,000, rusted while my light burned. Isla ran in, flower in hand. For you, Mommy. Perfect, I said, lifting her. Like us. Liam grinned, shop bustling, orders, laughter, life. I'd felled them, Roland's pride, Sabine's shine, Jonas's throne, petal by petal. They begged, I refused. Their day was gone, mine bloomed eternal. Sabine texted, forgive us, dying. I typed, you died long ago. Rest. No reply. Good. Their cries faded, pride's price, paid in ruin. I'd built my crown, steel, petals, love, and they'd rot beneath it. I raised the lily. To Isla, I whispered. And me. The shop glowed, my kingdom, unbroken mine. Their fall was complete, beggar's dust, while I stood, petal-crowned, victorious. I muttered, you're gone. The world was mine, and I'd wear it well.